Hello, today I will talk about another sad experience that I had with my drone. I lost another drone. This time I lost Eachine EX5 Drone due to a technical failure and a mistake that I made myself as well. I decided to fly my drone around without waiting until the GPS signal is detected by the drone, and I did not connect my phone to the drone to get the video transmission from the drone. What left me with less possibilities when it comes to control the drone in critical situations. It was windy a little bit. I thought I would just fly the drone around myself, but as I was flying it around, the wind started taking the drone away from me, and the fact that the drone had white color made it less visible in the skies. I didn't think of that. Normally, I would be able to return the drone by turning it around, but this time it was difficult for me to see where the drone was and how it was flying. So with time it was going further and further from me, and I started running behind the drone to get closer to it. And that was another mistake. What I needed to do is immediately turn on my app on the phone and connect to the drone to get the picture from the drone to see where it was and where it was heading. I understood that later. I was able to turn on the app, connect to the drone, and I saw the picture. I was able to see the landscape and control the drone by moving it towards me. Then there was water, and I wanted to make sure that I don't land it into water, so I decided to switch to the second camera, which is at the bottom. When I switched to the second camera, the image got frozen on my app, and I never got the image from the drone again. As I couldn't see it in the sky and I couldn't see the image, I finally lost the drone and wasn't able to find it. As I didn't have GPS coordinates recorded by the drone before takeoff, because the GPS signal wasn't detected, in the situation when the image from the drone was gone, I wasn't able to use as last resort the auto return button. Although using the auto return button is not the best choice, if you lose image from the drone and you have no other way to return your drone back and you don't see it in the skies, the last resort would be to use that button. But for that you need to have GPS signal detected before you take off. So that was my other mistake. I didn't wait until the GPS signal is detected before I took off. So the conclusion here is, if you want to avoid losing your drone, connect the drone to the app and to your phone before you fly. Wait until the GPS signal is detected fully and the GPS coordinates are recorded when taking off, and that way you would be able to have everything to avoid risky situations. Also, at this point, if you have image transmission working fine, don't use the auto return function on the drone if the drone is far away from you, because in the previous month I lost another drone, which was Eachine E520S, in which the auto return button function failed. It worked in a different manner. The drone probably lost the GPS coordinates that it flew from and decided to land when I pushed the auto return button. So it landed into water and I also lost it. So if the image transmission is working fine and you can see the landscape, try to bring your drone back manually, and if you can't do anything about it, the last resort would be to use the auto return button. But remember that the GPS signal should have been enabled before takeoff so that the drone could record the coordinates before it takes off. Otherwise, it will just land wherever it is. So that's my story. This happens. So if it happens to you, don't get too sad. I understand you lose money when you lose your drone, but this happens. It's a complicated technology, My next drone would be now EX5 Pro drone. The EX5 drone had very bad image quality and video quality, and I needed something better. So I continue my journey in which I'm looking for a cheap drone with good video quality.